In the world of Ashes of Creation, a great calamity once threatened the lives of all the beings and creatures, and while many inhabitants fled for the safety of faraway lands by means of divine gateways, there were others left behind and forced to dwell in the caverns and depths of the Underrealm, having no choice but to tame one of the most inhospitable regions of the world, initially to flee and survive, and eventually to thrive and procreate. These survivors adapted to their new environments, forcing changes to their diets, senses, and eventually their physical attributes, giving birth to the Tulnar, the newest addition to the now 9 confirmed playable races. What we know so far is that the Tulnar, meaning the Forgotten, is the culmination of the many different races that were left behind during the Gateway escape. From the silhouettes revealed in the newer live streams and videos, the Tulnar looks like it'll be a type of beast-like creature with lots of designs having tails and spikes resembling reptiles. Intrepid did tell us that the Tulnar's character creation will allow players to choose which type of attributes will come to the forefront of their character, meaning we'll have reptilian attributes, mammalian attributes, humanoid attributes, and other attributes that we can dial up and down to influence our character's beastie appearance. I actually really hope this ends up nearly as cool as it sounds, cause the idea that a playable race can have varying adjustable features from different animal groups as a result of some underground interbreeding sounds pretty weird, but is very interesting too. Intrepid Studios describes the Underrealm to be a rich environment where bioluminescence abounds in the fauna and flora that exist there. These deep caverns and underground valleys will provide new destinations for civilizations to develop. Bringing the node system into the depths of the world may awaken darker creatures than that of the surface. This definitely makes me want to hear more about the Underrealm, because it looks like they intend to create an explorable area with rules much like that of the lands above, but offer a much darker themed adventure. As much as I think I'd enjoy defending a city from a flying volcano dragon, as a big Lord of the Rings fan, the idea of possibly running into darker creatures lurking in the deep makes me just a bit more captivated. Anyways, I'm excited to find out what type of events and creatures will be triggered when nodes develop in the Underrealm, and how sieges will differ from the nodes above ground. While we don't know many details about any single feature that will be in the Underrealm, and a lot of the information we have at the moment are pretty vague, we have gotten to see a bunch of video content with lots of hints and teasers. Take for example the tour of Intrepid Studio. We saw Jeff and the team designing how caravans will work in the Underrealm.
What's up, guys?
Hey, what's going on? How you doing?
We got
Welcome to our design meeting on the Underrealm.
What are you guys talking about?
We are talking about caravans through the Underrealm and trying to map it out and game it out.
And while we didn't get to see and hear about much of what they're working on, we do know from other live streams that the Underrealm will have large open areas for metropolises to grow and enough room for wide open cave areas, so it won't all be tight areas for players to take advantage of as choke points for hijacking caravans. That much we know about trading in the Underrealm. It's supposed to be more like a hollow earth with enough room to conduct sieges. We've also found out that going into the Underrealm from above will likely be through hidden cave networks and underwater cave entries, which was said to be part of Intrepid's way of promoting exploration. Finding a new entrance could lead to a better and more private trade route, or be used for other benefits. Intrepid also mentioned that seasonal changes above ground will have effects on what happens underneath. And while it's never gonna snow underground, the thawing of snow in the springtime could cause underground tunnels and cave routes to get flooded. And to add on to the topic of seasons, we also know that similar to how freeholds or plots of lands above ground will have certain crops that are available depending on the season, we're also going to have certain crops available only in underground freeholds, like varying types of mushrooms. I'm excited to see what else they'll unveil about the Underrealm and the new racial edition, especially after all the teaser stuff they showed in their studio tour video, which I'll show all the Underrealm related parts of at the end of this video. Anyways, as much as I find the idea of a playable kobold-like character exciting, I do actually hope they don't give this race something that'll make everyone want to choose it. It's doing very well in popularity, at least from what I can find in polls and the forums, so I do hope they find a way to balance and make other races just as interesting and appealing. I would rather not see all the metropolises be Tulnar themed. However, it'd be pretty cool if this Underrealm race has unique underground related racial traits like better eyesight in the dark or something like that, instead of having plain and unimaginative stat bonuses like many other games do. If you want more info on the lore and other racial choices in Ashes of Creation, check out my previous video and do subscribe for other game reviews and discussions on topics like lore and gaming news. Thank you for watching, and don't be shy to leave a comment or join my Discord.
We have a concept artist over here, Mr. Jeff Delier.
Howdy doody.
Delier?
Delier.
Delier,
How's it
very
going,
nice.
folks?
Pretty good. What are you working on?
Well, we just, me and my fellow concept artist, Matt Broom over here, we're working on some silhouettes.
Matt Broom.
Hello.
Our senior character artist.
The one and only.
One of our senior character artists. Very cool. So you guys are working on some Underrealm race silhouettes.
That's right, yeah. So this was one of our stretch goals, and we were just fleshing out some ideas.
Nice.
This is kind of one way to start it. One way to start the process of new character ideation. Pretty standard.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, just exploring different shapes, and it's going to be pretty exciting.
Very awesome. That looks pretty cool. That guy has a massive tail.
Yeah, Jeff was saying this guy could, potentially be one of the bosses.
Oh no, yeah.
Bosses for sure.
That looks cool.
So we're having fun looking at, different tails and different weapons.
Very cool. Awesome.